So I'm just over here thinking about just a lot of the things that I've been through. Um, so this is like a message. Hi guys. So something I've been thinking about is I'm here. I'm just looking a mess right now. So I'm not gonna show my face. Um, y'all, my neighbors have been at it. Um, hey, I was thinking about how just thinking back to like the G the G stalking. Um, so I was just remembering. Um, I was remembering, like in Dominican Republic, all of my family and friends were like harassing me, and I was just thinking like they were, cause like they just called my mom. They just called my mom to check on me, and I'm like, why are you guys calling? They call to check on me. Like they call, they're like, is Chanel okay? And my mom's like, we're doing great. Cause I've been like so much better. Like we've been, my mom and my relationship with her has been better. Now that she took me off of the meds in the day, I'm like feeling high energy. I mean, I'm not high energy, but like normal now. Um, and what I've noticed is that people, it's like everyone who wanted to see me like fall with the G stalking, like they they failed. They failed. They failed epically because God was greater. God delivered me. Like I might still be in my house, but I'm drinking coffee right now. That's why I'm like not on camera. Um, but everybody who wanted to see me crazy, like that's what they wanted. They like the harassment was to see me crazy. They wanted to see me like not mentally well because the harassment was like insane. They would like come to my house. I mean, come to where I was. Like I'm talking about like gangs of people. Like so many people would come to the house, be like, how are you, Chanel? Just like harassing me, like just like not leaving me alone, like wanting my energy. They would love bomb me with like gifts. This was in Dominican Republic. They would come to the house and they'd be like, Chanel, like I bought you a gift. I'm like, they literally bought me purses, jewelry, everything. Like anyone would be like any normal person who wasn't aware. Yeah, they would all come to the house and be like, how are you, Chanel? Like, I bought you a gift. Like, so they would try to get my energy like that, just like to like bait me. Yeah. I'm talking about like so many people though. Like, I don't even know how to explain to you. It was like every day there was like, yeah, every day it was like 5 to 10 people in the house. Like five every morning. I would wake up and there would be gangs of people. Like in Dominican Republic, there's a lot. I have a lot of family over there. So when I tried to leave, because like I needed space, and when I would like leave the house, first of all, they would like lock the house. That way I wouldn't leave. That's when I started losing my I started losing it because I was like, yo, these people are locking me up in a house. Exactly. They would offer like Louis Vuitton bags, like Louis Vuitton. They know I like, I like I like luxury stuff. Luxury, not luxury, but I'm into fashion and I'm into like, you know, jewelry. I always have my jewelry. Like I love jewelry. So they literally would be like, I bought you gifts. I bought you jewelry. And a lot of people don't understand like most of the stuff that I have. Well, I bought these earrings, but they would love bomb me with gifts that I want, that I would like. Like literally they knew exactly the things that I liked. Louis Vuitton bags. Exactly. I was like the power, I'm going to be honest, in that town, I was like the lighthouse. I'm saying like none of these people would have survived without me. It was like crazy because it was like just me being there was attracting so many people. Like it was, I could honestly make a like I'm thinking like when I step into my gifts, like when I leave my hometown, because the persecution that I've gone through in my hometown has been insane. I made a video about this called Chosen Ones. Your family and friends know who you are. The funny thing is that they undermine you, they treat you like you're less. They treat you like you're not chosen. They treat you like you're not special, but they treat you like you're special the same way. Like anyone would love the attention that I was getting. Anyone who isn't spiritually in tune. Yeah, they are all, I just realized, like, and they're like rich. Like, these people were, if I were to explain to you, like, they work for so a lot of them, they work for the government. So most of them work for the government because one of them, okay, so the first ones, because I'm like trying to explain to you guys a little bit of the situation in DR. I don't know if you guys saw like the pools that I was in, the really nice houses that if you look back at my videos, it was like really nice houses. um these people were rich, like these people were like millionaires. Yeah. And so when I was in, they would invite me. So they would invite me. So a lot of people, the reason, oh, thank you. Um, a lot of people didn't believe that I was targeted and I was like a TI because they saw the lavish. So you go on my Instagram and it's like very lavish, like nice places. And when I was saying, hey, like, um, hey, I'm being like held hostage in Dominican Republic, like people would be like, what do you mean you're held hostage? Like you're like in a nice house, you're like in a nice beautiful pool, just like relax. But it's like these people were literally not letting me leave. Like it was almost like they had me there. Yeah, no. Exactly. Like and that, I feel like that energy when you're celibate and you're not sexually active, I feel like that attracts more demons because your light, that sacred, that sacred energy, that sacred light that God has reserved for your husband, for your future kingdom spouse. I feel like that attracts dark energies. And what I would realize is that like um a lot of men, so a lot of men, you know, like I dress, like the way that I dress, like I don't dress like provocatively, but I have a sense of style. Like I loved dressing up, putting on really pretty dresses, like I'm into fashion. And so one thing that God was putting on my heart when I was over there was like, don't dress like the way you normally dress. Like the way I normally dress is like, I don't care about what I wear. Like I'll wear like tank tops, I'll wear like dresses, things that would kind of like show off. I wasn't trying to show off my body or anything, but like just naturally the way that I dress, I was never overly aware of the way I was dressing because I didn't think, like when you put something on, like you're not thinking about, oh, like this is the way somebody else is perceiving me. Like I would just put on clothes. But what I realized is that like a lot of the men that were in that town, I would like cross the street. Like if I would go to the bodega, I wanted to buy something to eat or whatever, they would be like whistling at me. They would be like honking their car, just trying to get my attention. And they would be like, oh, hey, beautiful, or whatever. And um, it was just harassment because, like, I would literally be like, I couldn't be any, like, dude, I literally would be like, the amount of attention was crazy. Like, I hated it. It was horrible because it's like you're being harassed because I would literally cross the street and I would go to literally just anywhere that I went. As soon as I arrived there would be like 10 people. There would be like, and most of them were men. And there was like a lot of these women, and the women that were there, they were like trashy. Like they were very like trashy, as in they would wear really, really short shorts. Their boobs were like showing, like, and I realized like it's demonic energy. But um it was just so much, it was so much unwanted attention. Like I don't want that kind of attention, dude. And like I can't imagine, like it's crazy because like my entire life I don't like you see online, I'm like shadow banned from YouTube. Like I don't get a lot of views. I think my views are being scrubbed. That's another thing. Um After my videos popped off, like at the beginning, like with the chosen ones, after I started making like real videos, like about what I was going through with the harassment in Dominican Republic, my videos started losing views. They started like going down. Because I think like YouTube shadow bans content that's like way too real. But like a lot of people don't know what it's like to be harassed. Like there's people who want attention, but it's like the only attention that I want is like if I could get my YouTube views up and I can like actually monetize my platform, that way I can make a living, like, because it's like I can't even monetize YouTube anymore. Like I can't because it doesn't let me. Like I have 2 strikes on my channel, and when you have strikes on your channel, your channel can't be monetized. Like I don't have the super chat option where people can donate and stuff like that. That's why I always put up my Cash App. By the way, my Cash App is Chanel Row 98 if anybody wants to donate to get me the hell out of my hometown. But it was crazy the amount of harassment that I went through. Like everywhere that I went, it was just people. You know, I would even see, there would even be people like, and I'm being 100% honest, like I'm not even making this up, like this is like real stuff. When I would go to the beach, there was people that could I, like, I'm not even exaggerating, like I know that it sounds like I'm lying, but I'm not lying. People that I haven't seen in years. I'm talking about, and these people were so demonic. Like they were so, you know, we can, as God's people, we can feel bad energy. We can feel bad spirits. These people, like they were like all tatted. Like most of the people, like they were friends of my mom's. These men, the guys, they were like young. They were my age. They were literally like, so pretty much like when I would go on walks, because like I love going on walks, I would go on walks at the beach, and these guys would be like a group of guys, they would be like whistling, they would be like, and it wasn't like good attention, it was like demonic, like, and one of them, like, oh god, this guy is so gross. Like I'm so glad I never have to see his face again because I'm not going back there ever again. But he would be like, hey, do you want to go out tonight? Like, we can go out for a drink or whatever. And I would literally be like, no, no, thank you. And dude, one of my cousins, that girl, I can't even begin to explain to you. I don't know if I have the video up. I do. I think I have. I probably do. I recorded her. She was yelling. This is when I left. So this is when I left the house and I wanted to just have some space. Her and my entire family got in their cars, like when I went out for a walk. Like, this is me going out for a walk and I'm being harassed. I went out for a walk and they were all yelling and they were like, get back in the car, like, come back home. I'm like, dude, I'm just going for a walk. Even me going for a walk, they were literally like tailgating me. They were all tailgating me. Like, I'm talking about my entire family. Like, they were in two cars. So one of the cars had like my family's friends. Oh, these people are so horrible. Like, literally, it's crazy how horrible they were. You were born in 89. Oh, nice. I was born in 98. So they were in two cars and I'm like going for a walk. It was like a beach. No, it wasn't like a beach. It's like I don't know how to explain it. There's the beach and then there's like rocks. It's like a hill. It was like a mountain hill kind of. I don't know how to explain it. But I'm going for a walk just to have space, just to be on my own. And there's two cars. One of them filled with my family members, which not my family. Those people, I don't want to see them again in my life. And then the other car was their friends, and they were like honking and they were like, Chanel, like, come back home. And I'm like ignoring them. And I'm like, dude, I just want to go on a walk. Can you just let me go on a walk? Is that such a bad thing? And they're like, no, look, and one of my cousins, which is like a literal demon, like that, oh my God. When I was like walking the streets, like, because I just want to I'm recalling all of these things that happened, not to like be traumatized about it, but just to tell you guys, like, what I'm going through, like the harassment, like this is real. Like, a lot of people don't understand spiritual warfare. Like, spiritual warfare, for a lot of people, they just go through like emotional, mental warfare. But there's people who go through spiritual warfare in person. Like, this was spiritual warfare in person. Like, this was like my entire family harassing me. Like, the way I saw it was, this was like a generational curse war. That's the way I saw it, because like I'm the generational curse breaker as a follower of Christ. And what I saw, I'm the only person that's standing in the truth. I'm the only person standing in the light. I'm the only person here who has given up the world, who has given up worldly possessions, material possessions, money, everything, to follow God and to lean on God 100%. Yet these people have money, they have possessions, they have things, but they don't have God. They don't have God. They're empty vessels, and they drink, they do drugs, they do all these things, but they have the need inside of themselves to harass me. Like that, they're empty vessels. Like, and so they were in their cars and they were like, exactly. They were going, I don't even know how to explain it to you. They were going crazy. Like, if they would have noted, like, it's crazy because, like, to them, I was the crazy one for going on a walk, for just chilling and going on a walk. Yeah, and I'm just minding my own business. Like, I'm just minding. Oh, okay. You look young. I don't know. I felt like, yeah, you're like, I thought you were younger. But I'm just literally chilling, like taking a walk, like relaxing, like just minding my own business. And they're like, Chanel, get back in the car. Get back. Like, get back in the car. They had literally, like, one of them, so the demon cousin that I'm talking about, she's literally a demon. Like, that girl was, like, when I say she was possessed, I'm talking about the fact that I had a backpack on, so I shouldn't have done that, because, like, the thing is that I was so bent on leaving. Like, I was so bent on being like, I was gonna take a bus. So my plan was to take the bus that's in the town and hop on a flight. And I was gonna leave to California. Like, that was my plan. I was like, I'm gonna leave. And I bought the flight and everything. So I had the flight bought. The thing is that I didn't have money. Like, I didn't have enough money. Like, I had enough money to buy the bus. I already had my ticket. I mean, honestly, with the money that I had, it was enough to get on the bus. I had 500 pesos, which are $10, which was enough for the bus ticket. And then I had my flight bought to California. It was bought to Sacramento, and I was gonna stay somewhere. Like, I was already, like, planned the hotel I was gonna stay at, and I was planning to just make a new life for myself. And yeah, they can't. Like, look, like, I'm here. I'm still here, and I'm away from all of these people. They were trying to destroy my mental health. Like, they really were trying to. They were, dude, they were possessed. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but these people were just. And when I was joyful, so at the beginning, like, I was really happy because when I bought my flight, I was really happy when I bought my flight, because I was like, I'm finally gonna get out of here. Like, because it was crazy, because, like, I felt like that entire situation was God allowing things to get really hectic and chaotic to push me out, to be like, Chanel, I've been telling you for a really long time that you need to leave. Like, I've been feeling in the spirit, like, this calling to move. And I've been feeling it for a really long time. I know the territory. I know the place that I have to go to. I know the school. I know everything that I have to do. And I was feeling it for a couple of months. You know, when I went to LA, I felt like that was not, LA isn't the place, but it's the state, like California. I was feeling that in the spirit, like, okay, this is where God wants me to be. And coming back home and feeling like, dang, I'm back in square one, and then going to Dominican Republic, it felt like it was like the last fight before I flew into the promised land, you know. That felt like a war. They felt like they owned me. Like, no, I'm not even kidding. They feel like I'm their property. And you know what she said? So the demon cousin, when I was, like, outside just taking a walk, she goes, you're not leaving. She was like, you're not leaving. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm not leaving? She's like, she's obsessed with me. And let me just tell you something. She's incredibly creepy. Like, so scary. Like, it's, and you know what she would do? Oh my gosh, now that I'm just remembering. So I decided, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to escape, because when I was just on a walk, she grabbed me. So, like, if I were to explain to you guys, this was like abuse. Like, I went through abuse. I went through physical abuse. This could be a whole movie. Like, this could be an entire movie. Like, I have the movie filmed. Like, she grabbed me. Like, this was like, honestly, like, I don't know if you guys have seen that movie with Julia Roberts where she escapes, like, her abusive husband. Like, that's pretty much like my life. She grabbed me and she was pulling on me. I'm talking about, like, pulling on my arm. I had a backpack on with, like, my clothes, because I was like, I'm getting on this bus. And God in that moment revealed to me, like, you need to, like, forget about your material possessions, because I'm very attached to my clothes, because my clothes are, like, part of my identity, my fashion, whatever. And God in that moment, because I kept unpacking, like, when I was at home, when I was in their home, because I was in their home, I was staying in their house, and they had no power, dude. They had no shower heads. They had like a bowl, like, just to tell you guys how bad of the living situation was over there in Dominican Republic. Their power would be cut off, and all we would have is like a bowl, like something like this, filled with water and a bucket. No air conditioner. The power would go out the entire night. No air conditioner, in the middle of nowhere. Like in the middle, I'm talking about like a town, a country. It's called Cabrera. In the middle of like a town, in the middle of nowhere. Like, I was in the worst situation and surrounded by people who were literally just trying to like end me. Like, people who were just literally just horrible people. And yeah, so I'm like in the worst situation. Like, there was no water. Whenever I would want something to eat, I would have to ask them. They would leave me in the house. They would like lock the door. That way I wouldn't be able to leave. Like, just crazy stuff. Just crazy stuff. And so when I was just walking, like just walking the streets, I mean, walking just like on a regular walk, the demon cousin, she grabbed me. Like, she literally grabbed me and said, "You're not leaving. You're not leaving." And I'm like, I was literally just like, what? And she was yelling. I'm talking about at the top of her lungs. Like, she's like, you know what she said? This is how you know she was possessed. She was like, "I'm a demon." She literally said that. I'm not even lying. And I literally have this filmed. If you guys go back to my Dominican Republic videos, you're going to find it. I don't even know. Like, I haven't wanted to look back through those videos. But she literally said, "I'm a demon. You don't want to mess with me. Oh, I'm a demon. You don't want to mess with me." Like, just, I'm like, yo, what is going on here? Like, this is crazy. Like, because I was standing up. So, like, what I was doing is that I was standing up to them. Like, I was standing up to everything. I was standing up to all their rules and them wanting to keep me locked up at the house and leaving. Like, all I was doing was being like, you know what? I'm standing up. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. And a lot of people, when I was like broadcasting this, the reason why I got up, I got my backpack. Hey, Idaba. The reason why I got up and got my backpack was because somebody commented, they're like, "Why can't you just leave? Why are you stuck there? Like, why won't you just get up and leave?" Well, it was because every time I would get up to leave the house, I would have an army of people behind me. Like, an army of family members behind me, like tracking me, literally tracking my every move, because they knew that I was going to do everything in my power to leave, you know, everything. But this is what they did. When my cousin was like tugging on my shoulder, she told me she was going to fight me. That was another thing she said. She was trying so hard to like lower my energy down and instill fear in me. I think that was like the spirit of Jezebel. Like, now that I look at it from a spiritual angle, the spirit of Jezebel tries to intimidate you and tries to muffle you and tries to make you feel fearful. And I know that that's what that was. Like, that was that spirit of Jezebel inside of that girl. And she was like yelling at the top of her lungs, and she was like, "You're not leaving. Like, I'm a demon." She'd literally be like, "I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna hit you." And then my mom, who was in the car, was like, "No, don't hit her," whatever. But this is the reason I say, like, what's up with my mom, because it's like she has like two sides to herself. Because one moment she's really nice, and then another moment she's like watching what's going down and letting all these people lay hands on me. And she was just pulling on me, like pulling on me, and being like, she'd be like, "I'm a demon. You don't want to know me. Like, I'm going to hit you." And she would literally just grab onto my shoulder. Like, there was no regard for my space. Like, she was holding onto my hand. Oh my gosh, I literally hate this girl. Like, in my life, I forgive her, but like, I don't want to see her ever again. Like, that girl has issues. Like, she has major issues. Um, and so what I did was that, like, in one moment, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna stop because she's not letting me walk. She wasn't letting me walk. I couldn't walk properly. If somebody's like holding onto your shoulder and like pulling you down, you can't walk. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like chill for a bit because I can't go anywhere. Like there's two cars. There's this my entire family in one car, and then there's everybody in like another car. And hey, hey.
Son las 2:05, nosotros tenemos que estar.
Oh my god. Pero cámbiate.
No, pero ven los dos al mismo tiempo.
Go ahead.
Chanel, si hoy no pago el progreso, voy a joder.
Ahora mismo. I'll continue telling you guys the story later. I'll tell you guys later.